Welcome back to a new video, ladies and gentlemen. The fan translations for Black Clover's next upcoming chapter 287 are now out in oh my god. Like, I don't know how he does it, but for the last like 15 to like 16, 17 chapters, pretty much the start of this arc, every chapter just continuously gets more and more hype. Like, Tabata, man, Tabata, please let me breathe. And this chapter, oh my god. Enough hype. Let's leave the hype for the actual chapter review. I do just want to start off here, guys. We have now surpassed over 13,900 subscribers. Thank you guys so very much for all your support. We're doing a massive giveaway at 15,000 subscribers on the live stream, so be sure to click that subscribe button. So sometime next month we are going to be doing that giveaway at 15,000 subscribers. And for the record, guys, over 60% of you still aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you're part of that 61%, click that subscribe button so you'll be part of the giveaway next month. With that being said, as always, we're going to be live streaming on Sunday with the release of the official chapter. So guys, be sure to be there on Sunday. It's gonna be a fucking blast. We're gonna have a lot of fun, so I'll see you there on Sunday. With that being said, let's just jump straight into the chapter. Jumping straight into it, chapter 287 starts with this absolute beautiful color page of Asta and both their swords crossing. Now, I saw a lot of you horny fucks in the chat saying some very questionable shit. Comment, yeah, we're a PG-13 YouTube channel. Anyway, their swords crossing, Asta in his devil transformation, Union, in his brand new full transformation. They're both having both wings. Their swords look super fucking cool, and honestly, it's really cool. If you haven't seen it already, I cannot wait myself to see it on Sunday with the official translations. It's gonna look super cool, and obviously a lot cleaner than it is now. I do also want to point out, Asta looks a lot more muscular now than he did 5 chapters ago. So I believe when the volume 28 comes out, that form is going to look a little bit more muscular, because even in this chapter, Asta is way more muscular than he was before. But anyway, chapter 287 starts. The title of the chapter, obviously fan translations, The Day of Atonement. It starts seconds where last week's chapter ends. Nacht saying, I don't really mind if I die, but if I die right now, victory cannot be guaranteed. I will not die until I can guarantee victory. He needs to do something against the higher ranking devils, but at the end of the day, Nacht actually confirms that he is only contracted with mid-ranking devils. Now, this does put a very big question for a future video. Don't worry, we'll get to that future video, but I'll mention it here in this video. Nacht confirms that his devils are mid-ranking devils, and throughout the last couple of days, a lot of people have been pointing out that mid-ranking devils look like animals. Like, we saw the one those look like animals. One of them was a straight up hentai monster. The other was like a gargoyle. One looked like a bat. One was out of the 7 deadly sins. They look like animal devils. And the higher ranking you go, for example, the high ranking Zagreid, and the higher you go, the more human-like these devils look. Now, why am I mentioning this? Libe is stated as he fought to be a very low ranking devil, so low that he doesn't even have mana. But Libe looks human-like, and the only devils we've seen that look human-like are those of a high tier and the cliff off level. So something must have gone wrong. It's almost as if something somewhere also went wrong with Asta to be born with no mana. We really do need to dig into Libe's backstory in a future arc, but I'll leave that to a future video. And Nacht says it wasn't even possible to touch them. He knows his limits. And then we jump into another flashback, most likely the last of the flashback. It's Morgan's funeral. It's raining. This is honestly one of the saddest moments in Black Clover. Nacht cigarettes are behind him. Yami walks up to Nacht and says, I'm going to make my own squad one day. Wouldn't it be funny if I become a captain? You can just see the sadness in Yami's eyes. Like, we've never seen Yami like this before, you know? Yami's always that, like, upbeat, hype type motherfucker. Like, we've never seen him like this. He actually picks up Nacht cigarettes, pulls it out, and this is where Yami started smoking. He says, if I ever become a captain, please be the vice captain, and one day you two will laugh again. And Yami walks off, and you see like the shadow over his eyes, the tears falling down his face with the rain. It honestly reminds me of that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood scene. I think this is where Tabata got that idea from. But, and I also do want to point out, Yami in black looks really fucking good. But not the time, not the time. This is, Morgan's death funeral was honestly really fucking sad. Nacht goes on to say, no matter how much he atones for his sins, he can never truly atone. The death of his brother is always going to loom around his neck. That's why he will never allow himself to have the spotlight. And right here, he needs to exterminate these devils. Nacht then begs his devils, Plumid and Wagner, to go with his plans. And we actually get Plumid and Wagner text that Plumid saying, yes, you showed us something that can never be seen in the afterworld. If it's Nacht-san, you can do it. It really goes on to show the respect Plumid and Wagner show Nacht, even though Nacht doesn't actually see this and believes these two devils to be evil. It's really, really sad, especially what happens to them in a moment. Nacht says, right here, right now, I'll push past the limits. Mode Gallus X Fearless unite. Yo, Nacht goes into a 50-50 unite mode. His bottom half with Plumid, his top half with Wagner. Yo, Nacht's transformation looks really, really cool. Now, a lot of people I've seen are calling this bullshit. He shouldn't be able to do this. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Nacht was got these devil contracts when he was 18. Around the time he turned 18 is when he had the 4 devil contracts of Gimodello, Plumid, Wagner, and the other one, which I really cannot remember, the bull one. And now Nacht is 28. He's had devil union transformations for the last 10 years of his life, and he was the best at it in his entire family. So of course, Nacht is gonna find a way to unite in a 50-50 form. This unite mode looks really, really cool. Top half a bird, bottom half a cat, having the speed and agility of a cat and a bird. Honestly, really fucking cool. The two devils even notice the magic power increased. What is going on? Nacht says, one magic to the level of the highest ranking devils. This is my gamble. I will not lose here. Shadow magic, Reign of Atonement. Yo, this looks really, really cool. Like hundreds of hands suddenly come out of the ground. Nacht says, by sacrificing myself, I will shut you in the shadow world. This part's really interesting. Where light, life, and death don't exist. The shadow world. This sounds a lot like Yu-Gi-Oh! Nacht literally just banished all 3 of them to the shadow realm. The obvious downside to this spell is that Nacht has to sacrifice himself into the shadow world. He says nor light, nor life, and no death exist. Usually, in places where neither life or death exist, time doesn't exist either. Nacht says, let's play a tag in hell eternally with me. This is eternal torment, eternal torture. None of them can die, and they are stuck in the shadow realm for eternity. Nacht pulls the 3 of them in, and we get these panels where I have literally no idea what is going on. I think it's just the scenery of the church they're in, and suddenly it just explodes. Like ice and fire just explodes. Nacht gets blasted out of the shadow realm. The 2 devils like emerge out of the shadow realm. Nacht claims, I cannot believe it. My magic, they destroyed something that doesn't exist. These bastards' magic, and this is obviously, the translations are so bad, but apparently all burning, all freezing. It's a devil type, a devil version of freezing and a devil version of fire magic. So I don't know what their magic is. Like, the translations literally say magic, fire magic, magic, fire magic. Doesn't even say magic, ice magic. I have literally no idea. Again, be sure to be here on Sunday's video. But I do want to pause here. I do want to shout out the another YouTuber, one of my friends called Rax the Hero. Rax is an absolutely amazing YouTuber. Be sure to check his videos out. But Rax says if these guys just escaped the shadow world where light, life, and death, and most likely time doesn't exist, how are these guys trapped in the underworld? What is the seal that is sealing them in the underworld? How strong must that seal be where, like, when they literally just escaped from something that doesn't exist? They literally broke out of a dimension that doesn't exist. So how can they not break through the gates of the underworld? And we definitely need more backstory. So go check out Rax's videos. I'm sure he'll have a theory on it very shortly. But anyway, Nacht looks really fucked up. His right arm is burning. His left arm is in ice. We see Plumid and Wagner's mask broken. A lot of people are thinking they're dead. I don't know. But they do look like to just be shadows on the floor. I think they're just either dead or Nacht is just run out of magic to be able to summon them. The two devils, Lilith and NAAMAH, just laughing. This panel looks absolutely horrifying, for the record. Them saying, this is good, this is good. It's time to kill him. Yes, let's kill him using our full power. Nacht even says these guys were just having fun from the beginning. There is no human who can win against these higher ranking devils. NAAMAH goes to kill Nacht. Let us hear your last voice. Bang! Asta emerges out of nowhere, appearing in front of NAAMAH. Slash! Asta slashes NAAMAH's arm. Nacht says if there is one person who can stand against them, then it would be anti-magic. Asta in the room. What are you doing to the vice captain of the Black Bulls? Black Clover chapter 287 and yo! Holy shit. Dude, this panel where Asta just arrived out of nowhere? Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh my. Oh my. Bro! Like, literally, NAAMAH's arm is going to kill, like, slice Nacht's throat, and Asta just appears out of nowhere and slashes NAAMAH's arms. What are you doing to the vice captain of the Black Bulls? Chapter 287, and honestly, what an absolute beautiful chapter. Holy shit. Obviously, there's a lot of things to unpack here, and a lot of this isn't going to make sense until Sunday's official translation. So, as always, be sure to be here on Sunday's live stream. The shadow realm that Nacht took them in is also a very interesting factor, because if neither life, death, or time exists, as I'm theorizing, how long were they in there for? You know? If the concept of time doesn't exist, Nacht could have been in the shadow realm with them for like hundreds of years when it's only been a few seconds for us. That is fucking crazy. Asta is here, chapter 287, and my boy finally arrives looking way more muscular than the last time we saw him. Again, once again, I feel like Tabata has updated his form. He wasn't happy with how thin Asta looked. Now he looks more buff, more muscular. He's finally here, and he's ready to fuck shit up. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. As always, support the official translations. I'll see you on Sunday. Peace.